Very pleased to be joined by the president and director of hockey operations for the newest franchise in the PJHL Pollock Division. Very pleased to be joined by a good friend of CKNX Junior Hockey, Jason Baier. Jason, how are you, man?
Great, Ryan. It's great to be on here with you, and thanks for taking the time to speak with me today, and look forward to our conversation. It's an exciting time of the year for everyone in the hockey world, especially for our new team, the Fergus Whalers.
Yeah, very exciting. I have been covering the league for a while now. This is the first time that I've ever had to cover an expansion franchise, which is very exciting. Now, Jason, some people may recognize you from work you've done with other teams, including most recently that 2022 Mitchell Hawks championship team. Now you're the president and director of hockey ops with the new Fergus Whalers. Tell us how this whole thing materialized and what got you involved and excited about working in Fergus.
Ryan, first off, the Mitchell Hawks experience we had with the hockey club winning the championship was one for the memory books. Great team, great players, great staff. It was excellent, and we'll always cherish that time. During that run we had at Mitchell, the PJHL approached me on the possibility of if I was interested in being an owner in the league. I accepted the invitation to at least discuss it with the PJHL. And we then took things onward and upward from there after we finished off that season in a hard-fought battle with Stainer, the Siskins, and congrats to them that year. We then met as a group with the PJHL. I decided to accept the opportunity and move forward. At that time, the franchise available was from Lambeth, and that's the franchise that I purchased and obtained. And the league and I talked, and Fergus was a great fit. The league suggested that. I liked the idea. I met with Fergus and the community and the people that I needed to. They were very warm to the idea and welcomed the opportunity to have a team back in Fergus. And from there, I then submitted to the league that Fergus was the place to go, and we were starting from that position at ground zero and building a hockey club, both on and off the ice, which is something that I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be able to do. Not many people can say that, so I'm very grateful and honored to be able to do it, and it's been exciting. It's been an experience and one that I really cherish. And now we're coming to fruition here with last night being opening of our first main camp at the Fergus rink last night at CW Sportsplex.
It's very exciting, Jason. And I think that, when people heard that you were the one that was kind of spearheading this, everyone was excited because we know you're a dyed-in-the-wool rink rat. Of course, we know your son is a dyed-in-the-wool rink rat too. Brock had a lot of success in his playing days. And, you're right. It's a very unique opportunity. It's one thing to get to work in junior hockey, but it's a very unique experience you're taking on here as an expansion franchise and in a community that's familiar with the league already. I mean, people will remember the not long ago days of the Fergus Devils, of course, but you mentioned all the work that's gone in off the ice here. Take us through putting together your front office and your coaching staff and who they are, Jason.
Sure will. So Ryan, and a little shout out to Listowel Cyclones and the Mitchell Hawks. Listowel was a spot that inspired both my son to play at a high level of hockey, along with his experiences that I've been able to witness and be a part of, have helped me experience the high level of hockey and what not to do and what to do as far as a potential owner or operations in the league. So shout out to them and the Listowel Cyclones and Mitchell Hawks, along with Mitchell Spitfires. So basically we start from scratch, and the first person that I hired was Ryan Duck. And Ryan Duck has been my right-hand man since day one. Ryan and I met during our Mitchell Hawk experiences, and Ryan was excited about the opportunity to join me in Fergus to start this team from scratch. Ryan's title is alternate governor, as you have to have one of those as being a team in the league that can provide reports and so forth and meetings if I'm not available. But he wears many hats, and the two of us worked day and night at the start right up until now, and we still do, to make sure the operations on and off the ice are set up. Then was the GM hiring of Craig Dool. And you might know Craig from your experiences in Guelph. Craig's dad was one of the owners of the Guelph Dominators back in the day in the junior B team. And I actually coached against Craig when I coached in Listowel Cyclones junior B. Craig was playing for the Dominators back then. And Craig actually reached out to me. He heard that I had put the team in Fergus. Craig was actually helped coaching the Fergus Devils when it left Fergus. And he's a really, really strong community guy within the Guelph Fergus area. When he reached out to me about the opportunity to join the team, it was a really good fit. So Craig is our inaugural general manager. We're really proud to have him, and he's been working side by side with Ryan and I since his designation. And then came our coaching staff, and that's obviously a very, very important position with any successful hockey club, the interaction with players, interaction with the management side of things. And we couldn't be happier to have a head coach in Ryan Black. Ryan has a very solid name within the industry, both as a player and as a coach. Ryan played at a high level, including a cup of coffee in the NHL, and was the assistant captain in Peterborough Peach during his OHL days. And Ryan brings a wealth of experience, both player and as a coach. And shout out to his son Sam, who just got recently drafted by the Barrie Colts and had a good camp with Barrie. So Ryan, became our head coach, and we were very pleased with that and grateful to have him. And he brought in three individuals that I had some experiences with as well in the past, but ones that Ryan was really close with. And that's Mark Martin, Jeff Hochler, and Randy Coverdale. And that makes up our coaching staff. And we're very pleased to have all those individuals. We really feel we're in good hands. And that rounds out that. We've got obviously have our trainers and equipment staff as well, but those are the key individuals that make up our staff.
Yeah, it's interesting, that Ducky's involved. He's also a rink rat, a good dude. New York Rangers fan, though. I don't know how supportive I am of that, but Ducky's a great guy, and it sounds like you put together a really great executive and coaching staff for the inaugural season. And part of that inaugural season, Jason, this is something that I always wonder, is, of course, the new name and the logo, which is a unique take on a much beloved NHL logo, of course. And the Whalers logo, near and dear to my heart, of course, my cousin Brad was drafted by the Hartford Whalers. So how did you guys settle on the design of the logo and the name, the Fergus Whalers?
So Ryan, that was an important decision to make, obviously, from a branding standpoint, from a catch your eye standpoint. I grew up Adams Division guy, even though I'm a Maple Leafs fan, and don't hold that against me because many people do. But I grew up Adams Division fan. You got the Montreal Canadiens, Boston Bruins, Hartford Whalers, Quebec Nordiques, another great uniform, by the way. So, I really liked the Hartford Whalers look. I liked the name of it. It had some pop to it. We started to kind of think about, okay, what would the logo look like? We made some tweaks to it. We got some people to get, some ideas for us. And we were set on the Whalers. And then it was down to, we really felt that there was a kind of a heritage or a connection with the Hartford Whaler logo and the jersey. It looks really cool. We felt we could bring that to the PJHL and bring that to Fergus and really have a unique situation where they know who we are and when we get to the rink and wear that jersey. So we actually have a third jersey as well that we're looking forward to bringing out into our season as well for special occasions and special games. But then, we have the main jerseys home and away, and we're really proud of the logo. Once it was finalized, we were really ecstatic and proud to get it out there.
It looks fantastic. I love the take on it. It's a classic logo. It looks really sharp. Can't wait to see Fergus Whalers players skating around in that. Obviously, an important question as well, though, in honor of that great Whaler heritage, the Ray Ferraros, the Bradshaws, of course, my cousin Ron Francis and the like. Will you guys be playing Brass Bonanza in the rink?
We have some surprises, and that's one of them.
Okay.
We are gonna do some retro stuff in regards to the Hartford Whalers, and I can't tip my cap on everything, but that's definitely something you're going to see and hear in the rink with at the CW Sportsplex on Sunday afternoons.
Dude, I'm so in support of this. I think it's fantastic. This is great. I'm going to have to reach out to Brad and have him tell some of his former teammates that the Whalers tradition is alive and well in Southern Ontario. This is great.
That'd be great. I appreciate that.
So let's talk a little bit about now, usually, Jason, you've heard these and seen these when I do this. Typically, this is the part of the interview where I say, who are some guys the team has lost that you won't have back? Well, we can just skip that part because you're an expansion team. So let's get right down to the nitty gritty. Who are some guys that you're excited about that are going to be part of this inaugural roster? Let's start with the forward core. You guys have been busy on social media. I see a lot of signings. Who are some forwards that fans in Fergus should get excited about?
Well, Ryan, we're an expansion team. We're also competitors. As you know, knowing me personally, I'm a high compete sort of person. So yes, we're going to be an expansion team. We also want to be a team that, we can compete with the Hanovers and the Mount Forests and the Wingham Ironmans and Kincardine and Walkerton, and the list goes on in our division. We want to be known as a team that can, compete in our first year. With that came, we had some excitement early on as some players that were local to the Fergus community that wanted to return to play junior hockey in their hometown in front of their family and friends. Was something that we appreciated and valued. And that led to our captain. Our captain is Jack McDonald, who we're very excited to have acquired from the Exeter Hawks. Jack is a local Fergus kid who's going to be one of our OAs this year. And Jack is going to, keyline our hockey club up front. He's going to be our leader on and off the ice. And we acquired him. And I want to thank, Mark Livermore and the Exeter Hawks for working with us on that trade. It was somebody that wanted to come home and play in Fergus in his last year of junior hockey. So extremely happy about Jack, organizing and being our leader up front. Along with that comes from key people that we've added since then. Ty Anselmini might ring a bell to you, Ryan. He played quite a few games in the OHL, and Ty became part of the Fergus Whalers about 3 or 4 days ago. I was proud to announce that. And we've met with Ty, and we've obtained him from the Cambridge Redhawks. And again, you being part of the OHL, you know that Ty has played quite a few games at that level, and we're very, very excited about Ty and what he brings to our forward group. And he's going to be a key player for us, along with Jack up front. Nolan Burnside, who played the last 2 years in Kamoka Junior B, who's attending University of Guelph. He is going to be a top 6 forward for us, and people should be excited to watch Nolan as well. He's a small kid, but he plays mighty, and he can score goals and beat guys up. And those types of guys are important to have on a team. So we're really excited about Nolan. Jet Morningstar, who we made it an acquisition from the Walkerton Capitals. And I want to thank James Lang and Turcotte up in Walkerton that Jet, going to University of Guelph, wanted to play locally to his school. And the Walkerton Capitals and ourselves came to an agreement. And we're really excited about having Jet on our hockey team up front as well. Alongside of that, we've got some real solid individuals that Josh Russell coming up through the minor hockey system and from the Keswick, Ontario area. We're really excited about having Josh. Again, he's a first-year player, but really excited about what he brings to the table. A young, speedy guy up front in our forward group. We've got 2 young kids from Stratford coming, Mark Wazowski and Wesley Dykert, who are 2 players that other junior teams really coveted. But we were able to obtain them and get them to sign in Fergus and part of our Whaler program. So we're excited about those boys up front as well. And then some veterans guys like, JJ Levine, local player in Fergus, Aidan Mead, local player in Fergus. Again, I've just listed a couple, key individuals that we like up front.
Yeah, that's a great forward core. I mean, yes, I have a lot of experience watching Ty, of course. Ty can fly, as they say. And Jet Morningstar, who, of course, we saw a lot in our broadcast booth last year. You've got a really great collection of forwards that I think can score quite a few goals in your first season. Let's talk about the defense. Who are some blue liners that you've brought in that people can get excited about as well?
Yeah, so we have our defense is made up of a real solid group. We have a young kid named Ryan McDougall, who played last year, U18 in Guelph. Real excited to have him. You know, Ryan might be a one and done sort of thing with our group. He's a real good young player, and we're really excited about having him. He's an 06D that, you know, he's big, he's strong, and we were real excited about him committing to us. We have another individual from Halton Hills AAA is Eric Henderson. Eric came in from, like I said, U18 in Halton Hills, and he's attending U of G. He's going to, on the back end there with Ryan, really make up some strong minutes for us back there. We then picked up Ryan Oakes, who played last year in Walkerton, and he's a Fergus kid. He's going to play in the back end for us. And, you know, Ryan's an opportunity where, you know, I made the commitment early on to the Fergus community and to its players that we want to have lots of local talent part of our group. Center Wellington minor hockey is a great filter for us. We want to acknowledge that, work together with them, and any local players that we feel that can help our group, both on and off the ice. We want to be part of that. So obviously Ryan fits that mold. We then recently added, just a few days ago, we're really happy to announce Connor Bradley, who is a right shot defenseman, OA, that was part of the Wellesley Applejacks championship team last year with Brock Gerber and the groups over there. Connor lives in Elmira. We talked to Connor, and he was really excited about joining our club this year. And Connor's going to really anchor the back end along there with us on the right side for us on the back end.
Very exciting. I can't wait to watch some of these guys. Now, this is the part of the interview I was very, excited for, because you're a goalie guy, Jason. You are a goalie guy. You're a goalie family, of course. Your son, Brock, who I'm still good friends with, played at every level of junior, including becoming a Memorial Cup champion with the Windsor Spitfires. So goaltending is stitched right into your fabric. Who is going to be taking on the blue paint in the inaugural season for the Whalers?
Well, so Ryan, you're right. I'm a goalie dad, and it's a real key part of the team. I've lived it with Brock growing up. It's an integral part, and Bradley Beauville is going to be our starting goaltender for our hockey club. Bradley and I have a relationship that goes back to the Mitchell Hawks for that winning championship team. He was our backup to Tyler Parr, and I feel Bradley learned a lot from that championship run. Watching and supporting Tyler and being a good teammate and getting his games when he did that year. He played very well when he got the opportunity. Bradley then went to Thorold and played some junior B last year, which he had a good experience with. And he wanted to come back into the league. And last year he came back in with Mitchell and, put up some real solid numbers. And obviously Mitchell having, Justin Jacklin as their goaltender, it allowed Bradley to become available. And we were really excited about obtaining him. And Scott Bridge and I came to an agreement, and thanks Scott for that opportunity. And Bradley's really excited about being our starting goaltender and having that responsibility. Being an 03, he's a 20-year-old now, and he needs to have the run and the opportunity to play in this league, and we're willing to give that to him. And I'm really excited about what he's going to bring to the table. He's an energy first kid. He's great in the room. He's somebody that everybody wants to play hard in front of. And we're excited about Bradley being our guy between the pipes starting September 16th in Mount Forest against the Patriots. Alongside Bradley will be Jacob McKinney. And Jacob McKinney is a young 04 goaltender that we're really excited about. Jacob came to our spring skate, showed a lot of interest in being a Whaler. We had him out to that along with some other skates. And he is now signed and sealed and delivered. And Jacob comes from the Toronto area. And he's going to school at University of Waterloo. Very rounded person and very strong between the pipes. And we really feel Bradley and Jacob make up the tandem that we're looking for in year one.
This is an exciting roster you put together here, and I know a lot of work goes into this every offseason, no matter the team, but particularly for you building this from the ground up. I commend you for the work you've done, Jason. I'm so excited about seeing the green, white, and blue of the Whalers flying around on the ice again, and we're excited to get down to Fergus and call some games down there, my friend. I appreciate you doing this, and we all wish you the best of luck in year one with the Fergus Whalers, my friend.
Well, listen, Ryan, you're a close friend. We've saw each other over the years. It's always great to speak with you. You obviously have a great thing going for you as well, and we wish you all the best. With everything with Guelph and everything you got going on, it's tremendous. I really appreciate the opportunity you gave me to speak today with you and kind of explain where we're at in Fergus. I do look forward to having you down to the rink for all the excitement and the games that are being played at the CW Sportsplex. Again, I want to just mention that I want to thank our sponsors, Coops Drywall. They've been our main sponsor. We thank them. All the support in the Fergus community has been outstanding with our sponsorship. I also want to mention our social media, Instagram and Twitter, along with our Facebook. We welcome everybody to our website to learn how things are going with the Fergus Whalers. And thanks again for the time, Ryan. I look forward to seeing you down the road at the rink, and we can kind of compare notes on how the Capitals and Leafs are doing at that time.
You bet, my friend. I'm always game for that. Thanks for doing this, pal.
Thanks, Ryan. Take care, my friend.